Hello, very warm welcome to everyone to today's Onepoint Oneness meditation session, Yoga for the Mind, our 7th session today. If you've been with us before, a very warm welcome back. If this is your first time, an extra special warm welcome. My name is Matthew. I'm part of the team at Onepoint Consulting. And just a bit of background to these sessions. A lot of us at the company have a regular daily practice of meditation that we all find really useful. And the idea came some time ago to share this practice and share some of the insights from our own experiences of meditation with a wider group, because we all find meditation really useful in dealing with the stresses and strains and challenges of daily life, and especially in recent times, we've all faced some extraordinary challenges. So we really wanted to share the benefits that we've taken. Today's session is the 7th in the series, and it's we're coming to the Power to Face, a series of 8 powers of the self, of consciousness, of the soul, if you like. And the title of today's topic is Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. I'm very pleased to welcome our speaker today is Allan Schweitz. Allan, if you can join us. Hi, Allan.
Hi, everyone.
Allan is actually one of the team also at Onepoint Consulting, which is great. We wanted also for people within the team to be able to share. And Allan works within the team as an enterprise system architect. He's actually born in the Netherlands, but has been in the UK for the last 17 years, and also has been meditating for the last 19 years. So has been involved in various meditation programs, teaching, workshops, panel discussions, very experienced meditator. So we're very pleased to welcome Allan today. Allan, I'll hand over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Matthew. Hi, everyone. So like Matthew said, I'm Allan. Been meditating for about 19 years, but I've been in the industry for, I don't know, 20 plus years. And I found this team quite actually interesting and also suitable, I feel, to people in the industry. Because one of the main reasons I actually started meditating is because I had to cope with the stress of daily life. Very early in my career, I was having a lot of stress at work. There was a lot of pressure. There were some strained relationships, and I really had to find a way to cope with things. I very clearly remember that over the years, I faced many situations in my daily work where I just wished I could just put my head in the sand and that things would blow over. I think the whole pandemic back then would have been a real blessing for me, because then I didn't have to go to work, didn't have to go into the office, and I could just stay at home, stay in bed, and not having to deal with all of these things. But at some point I did. And I also realized I can't just go and put my hand in the sand. I need to really go out there and face the issues, because they're not going away. Yeah. And if you don't deal with them, if you don't face them, it will only grow stronger, it will grow bigger, and it will backfire. And so I realized I needed to change something. I need to be able to deal and bring back the joy in my life, even within the work environment, even when it's stressful, when there is a lot of pressure, or where there are some strained relationship with my colleagues. I felt I needed to do something. I can't just leave it there. And that's when I turned to meditation. one of the things that I realized very early on was that in order to be able to deal with all these daily issues, with the stress, with the pressure, with the deadlines, it was very, very important to create an atmosphere, yeah, that is conducive to making things better. I needed to improve the relationships with the people I work with, because I think in any project you can't do things alone. It's not up to you alone. It is all about team effort. It's all about working with people, and as soon as you work with people, relationships are really paramount. And I needed to improve them. Yes, there are easy people to work with, there are difficult people to work with, but you need to do your part. And once you do your part, yeah, even the difficult people become easy to work with. And one of the things that I focused on is sort of bringing some change around myself in how I behave myself at work, how I talk to people, and changing the whole attitude. Being able to, at any point in time during my daily work, having always a clear mind to make the right decisions, to say the right things, to interact in the appropriate way. Yeah. And the only way to do that is if you bring about a sense of calm and a sense of stability in the inner self, and that you act from within that. It's almost like you're coming back into the essence of yourself, bringing back to the essence of yourself, where you're not your mind is not clouded by the situation. It's not clouded about this particular friction there is with relationship. It's just a clear mind of pure intentions and pure motivations, and from within that essence you then make your decisions. Yeah, if you can maintain that inner stability throughout the day, yeah, what I found is that all your interactions, all your decisions that you make throughout the day will have a profound effect on people, on the environment, and it creates a much more, how would you say it, productive, if you like, and also more positive atmosphere. And within that positive atmosphere, people automatically become more productive. If people feel comfortable, if people feel happy, yeah, the work environment is much more pleasant, then people automatically become more productive. I always say to myself, a happy team is a productive team. And I am part of that, and I need to make my contributions. And so this is where I feel meditation helps a lot. Yeah. So in the morning, one of the things that I do is that in the morning, when before I go to work, yeah, I create that time for myself to meditate, to make sure that I create that foundation of inner stability within myself. Yeah. And if I create that time to create that stability, that will remain throughout the day. Yeah, it will help me have that clarity of mind to make the right decisions, to say the right thing, to act in appropriate ways. And this is what I feel helped me really throughout the years to face the difficult situations. And I noticed that, yes, there might be some pressure. Yes, there might be some deadlines. Yes, there are some difficult things I need to deal with. Yeah. But if I create that atmosphere, if I create that positive foundation of relationships with people, what happens is I create an environment that helps me overcome all those difficult situations. Yeah, that helps me release some of the pressures of my shoulders. Yeah? That helps me to meet the deadlines. Yeah? And so it's really, really important that I pay attention to myself, yeah, and give myself that time, that space, especially in the morning, to remain focused, to remain centered, and not get clouded by all the things that happen around me. Yeah. I've had many times in projects where there is some particular person where where there is some frictions, or that person is notorious for being a difficult person to work with. Yeah, but if I create that time and effort to not be clouded or not be judgmental of how that person is, what I've noticed is that if I put my effort in that relationship, yeah, and keep that clear mind, not be clouded but what this how this person acts or what they say, over time I notice that also changes. Yeah, and everybody around me automatically becomes cooperative. Yeah, and I become very happy in my work environment, and it becomes more pleasant. It becomes more easier to actually get out of bed and get to work because I've been able to create that environment around me. And so this is where meditation helps. So the practice that I actually do typically is when I go into meditation, I go back to the essence of myself. Yeah, and what that means is that I have the belief that every single person by origin is peaceful, is has that in it desire for happiness. Yeah, that inner joy. Yeah, those things get clouded or get hidden when we start thinking too much, when we start rationalizing things, when we try to explain everything and think about what ifs and how, why me, and how. All those thoughts go into my mind. They cloud and they hide all those inner qualities that I have. And so basically what I do within meditation, I bring about those qualities, those original qualities of myself, surface them, and try to stop all that thinking that's going on in the mind and create that foundation. And what happens if I bring that, if I surface that essence, then automatically the quality of my thinking becomes more clear. It becomes of a higher quality. And the foundation, my motivations, they become of a different quality. And they come from the right space, if you like. Yeah, it's almost you're creating your true intuition again. Yeah, you're nurturing it, you're growing it. And with that, when I then step into the workspace, yeah, then things will automatically flow better. They automatically the environment around me will automatically become cooperative. Yeah, because ultimately, don't you want to work with people that are nice, people that are true, are honest, are sincere? Yeah, those are the qualities that will surface if I do this practice. Yeah. So I will now sort of start with the meditation. I will do some commentaries. There will be some silent space in between as well. So don't think that when I stop talking, meditation is over, is just to give you that little bit of time and space that you can use to kind of guide your own mind yourself, rather than just following the commentaries of me. So I will now guide you through one of the inner commentaries, if you like, that I do for myself, and speak them out and just follow your thoughts. There will be an image on the screen. We try to meditate with our eyes open, because that inner state of mind that we create, we want to maintain that throughout the days. And so if we can create that with our eyes open, that would be great. But also, if you're more comfortable, feel free to close them if that helps you better concentrate. Yeah. Okay, so sit comfortably, sit straight, with ideally both feet on the ground, a straight back, and relax the body. Drop your shoulders and let go of all the tension in your body. In the beginning, I just focus on my breathing, just to relax the body. I breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, let go. Every time I breathe out, I let go of all the tension in my body. Breathe in, let go. And as my body relaxes, I continue breathing steadily. And slowly, all the noises fade away in the background. Everything becomes silent. And as I continue breathing steadily, I focus my attention on the center of my forehead, right behind the eyes. This is the center of my consciousness. Some say it's the seat of the soul. I now visualize a mirror. Nothing else, just a mirror. And as I look into this mirror, all I see is a point of light. Nothing else. A brightly shining point of light. Like a star in the sky. Sparkling like a diamond. That is all I see in this mirror. Such a beautiful point of light. And as I look at this star, this point of light, I realize that I am looking at myself. I am this point of light. This is the essence of me. Nothing else. If I had to bring myself to my core, to the essence of myself, this is what it would be. A point of light. Brightly shining, sparkling. And as I realize this, a sense of peace comes over me. Not some superficial peace, but some real, deep, stable, silent peace. This is the core of my being. And as I look at this beautiful star, I also feel a sense of joy and a sense of power coming over me. A real strength, an inner strength that has always been there. I've just never tapped in to this power, into this strength. I emerge it. It automatically starts flowing once I realize that it's all part of me. And as I realize this, I feel I become radiant, shining my light all around me. My light, every ray of light filled with this deep peace, filled with this power, this strength, this joy. And the stronger I radiate, the more I change the atmosphere around me. My light shining in all directions, touching everything, touching people's lives. Spreading this deep inner peace and giving everything and everyone this power and strength and joy. I take a moment and stabilize myself. In this awareness that I am this point of light, shining brightly. And as I prepare to come back, I aim to maintain this awareness that I am this point of light, seated in the center of the forehead, radiating light, filled with peace, filled with power, strength, joy. And I spread all of this wherever I go. And I aim to maintain that deep inner peace throughout the day. No matter what it is I'm doing, no matter what it is I'm facing, and no matter who I'm interacting with. And I act, speak, listen from this deep sense of peace. And with this awareness, I gently, slowly come back into action, come back into sound. Thank you.
Great. Allan, thank you so much. That beautiful meditation experience really felt like I was coming on the journey with you. And it was great what you shared at the beginning, very honestly, about your experiences of the challenges of facing things before you started your meditation practice. I think it's really great to hear sort of the difference. And the way you talked about, the impact particularly of taking this time in the morning before starting work, and how focusing on yourself as that peaceful, conscious being. You gave a lot of practical examples of the positive impact, especially in relationships with colleagues. And then that's very interesting. I think we all, that's one of the great things about working at Onepoint, right? We're very lucky in that so many people have this practice, don't you think?
True, yes. In what I feel working with the Onepoint team, I feel very blessed, a great team. But obviously, it's not within Onepoint itself. We do many, many projects. And so when you do different projects, you work with a lot of different variety of people. But yes, definitely having a team that focuses on this makes life much, much easier.
Yeah, great. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions about, particularly how they might want to introduce meditation practice into their own organization, then please do contact us. On the YouTube chat box, you'll see linked to a feedback form. It's very useful for us if you have a few minutes to give us your feedback. And you can also, if you have any questions, you can pop those in there. And if you have any questions specifically for Allan from today's session, we can pass it on to him. So take a look at the links that we're posting in there for you. And you can find out about the next session, the Onepoint Oneness page. The link for that will also be there. So thank you to all of you for joining us today. I'm sure you found it beneficial as I did. And once again, thanks to Allan for today's session. It was really great. And next week's session, we're welcoming back for the last of the 8 powers, not the last session, last of the series of the 8 powers, the power to cooperate. And the topic is coming together as one. So a really lovely follow on from what Allan was talking about today. So that's with Yogesh Sharda. So look forward to seeing you next Friday. In the meantime, great day, weekend, and week ahead. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.